Okay, we are live. So today what I want to do is I want to break down the case study that I did yesterday with a student of ours, Dylan. I want to break down his $150,000 per month agency and how he does it. One of the things that him and I talked about on the video was just kind of, a little background of everything. And then what I wanted to do without him knowing. So Dylan, if you're watching this, don't worry. I won't give away everything, but I will share exactly how you're doing what you're doing. Because I think it's important. Plus 99% of people ain't going to do it. So don't worry. I won't give away your, your proprietary secrets, kind of. Anyway, so if you're watching this, we are live 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Each Wednesday, it could be at 7, it could be at 8, it could be at 9. Just make sure you put the bell on, turn the notifications on, subscribe, and so you know when I do. Usually what I do is just kind of a review. Now, before I get into this, real quick announcement, because Go High Level told me to sponsor this live, so that's what I'm doing. Go High Level is doing a, which I actually thought was pretty cool. They sent me all the details about this. If you do not have a Go High Level account, it's the system that Dylan is using. The tool that Dylan uses is that like probably 80% of agencies are using to do everything. Reactivation campaigns, reputation management, lead generation, texting, emailing, pipelines, CRM, and everything. All agencies nowadays are using it, okay? They're doing a workshop on March 17th to the 19th. And this workshop is, if you're already a Go High Level user, you don't need to know about, well, I think you can tune in. But if you're not, they are offering this free 17th, 18th, 19th. So 3-day workshop where they're going to go through like the simplicity and for agency owners, like just the only things that you need to know. And if you use the link that I will drop in the description at the end of this video and in the first comment, and if you're watching the replay of this, it's already there. If you use that 14-day free trial, they won't let us use a 30-day free trial, but a 14-day free trial, you will also get all my bonuses. And my bonuses include actually a lot of the things I'm going to talk about in this video because Dylan follows the same process that we teach. I'm sure he has his own little things that he does because everybody kind of finds their own way. But ultimately, the foundation of what I'm going to go through today is exactly what we teach. And I'm going to give you all those bonuses that give you the scripts that he probably uses and the framework. We like to call it the high ticket framework and everything, plus the school community where we go live in there twice a week in there. Okay. And then if you want to take your business to the next level, of course, we always have our local marketing vault coaching program. And then for those of you who really want to go fast, we have our mentorship program. And if anybody's interested in that, you can always just drop a comment or find me on some of my socials and shoot me a DM. And we could talk about that. We see a lot of great success with our mentorship program and people love it. Become very close with their mentors and get fast results. Usually within 8 weeks, especially if you're a beginner. And if you're not a beginner and you have a few clients, you're going to go even faster and learn systems and scaling and hiring and everything that, it's hard to find where to learn that from. Okay. Now that I shamelessly pitched everything that I do, let's jump into this. Now, I apologize for my iPad is not charging and I can't figure out why. Otherwise I was going to draw all over my iPad. So what I'm going to have to do is share my screen and we're going to have to do it like this. Okay, let me get my Ecamm thing out of the way. We'll save the questions till after. I'll peek at the questions. But first what I want to do is, and this is, by the way, this is going to drive me crazy, but let's go through this. Yeah, God, this is not the ideal way to do this. Oh, boy. Is there a way to type or something? I didn't want to do this like this. All right, so $150,000 per month. Now, obviously, if you're watching this, results not typical. The average person who starts an online business never makes any money because they most likely don't do much or find every excuse under the sun. And it's hard. I mean, business is hard. It doesn't matter what kind of business you try to start. Anybody who promises you riches overnight is lying, and they just want to steal and take your money. So this took him years to build. And to be honest with you, usually what happens is, because I know prior to Dylan finding us, I think he bought Tai Lopez's SMMA course. I think he bought a couple other courses. Where he started to shine really was in the lead gen. We have 32 done-for-you funnels. And a lot of times you could use the exact same principles with almost any niche, right? You just have like a simple 2-page site. It's just like a offer and book a call or offer. I wouldn't even say buy now or call, right? So usually if you're running lead gen for, let's say, a chiropractor, you give them a free adjustment. That is the offer, limited to 10. Now, by the way, I don't know if this is exactly the offer that he's running, but I can almost guarantee it's something similar to this. And so it's like, hey, do you have back pain? Come and see us. We'll help you out. It'll be free. Your first visit is free. Easy. Like, it is like, it is not difficult. What the difficult part is I don't want to use the word convincing, but getting the client to agree to it, right? And so typically what we'll do is if they are really hesitant, we say, listen, give 50% off at the very least, and let's see kind of like what it looks like after a few days. But so Dylan's $150,000 a month is in the chiro space, all right? And one of the things that he said yesterday that I thought was very interesting was he started off with and in a bunch of different niches, right? I tell you guys all the time, don't listen to what everybody says and don't get stuck on trying to pick a niche. The niche will find you as long as you land clients in different niches, okay? Take what you can get in the beginning. Take anything that you can get, put as much money in your pocket as possible. The worst thing that could happen is that they tell you they don't want to move forward with you after paying you for a month or two. Like, who cares? You will find that there will be a certain niche that you love the business owner's personality. They're easygoing or easier going than the other people you work with. You get them better results naturally because maybe you have some sort of better understanding. If you remember what Dylan said yesterday. And by the way, I have almost like the same kind of stories. Like, you tend to find when people scale their agencies to high numbers, we all have kind of the same stories. You find that like you not only do you like working with a niche, you get that better results, easier results, faster results, and then you just become freaking good at it. And then you want to take what's worked with one of those and you just multiply it into others, okay? So he started off with a bunch of niches, and then found. And by the way, my last point on that was he was using a chiropractor a lot. He had problems with, I think, his back, and he just became friendly with the guy, and it just became an easier sell, right? And so after working with a bunch of niches, he kind of just put his stamp of approval on the chiropractor niche, okay? So we are now at kind of the point of where he is in the specialist term, and I don't really feel like pulling it out, but if you look at a triangle, right, your generalist is down here working with different niches, and as you move up, you reduce the niches and just become a special, right? This is like Sam Ovens talk here. Been around forever, but Sam Ovens kind of explained it like that, and I thought it was a good way to explain it back in the day. Okay, so you become you're a generalist in the beginning. Everybody is, and it's okay to be so. You can't skip this step. No matter how hard you try, everybody always, when you try to skip this step, you aren't good enough to be a specialist. And when you're not good enough to be a specialist, people can smell bullcrap, okay? And when they can smell bullcrap, it kills your confidence, ruins your mood, depresses you, and then you say, this business doesn't work, okay? So you need to be very careful, and you need to protect your mind, and do not skip steps in your process and in your journey. So he niches down, all right? And there's a very important point that I will make in the next couple of minutes. And by the way, you could post comments in this chat, but I won't look at it until I'm done with this, okay? So he niches down. Why does he niche down? He niches down because he gets good results or great results with this one niche. And he just genuinely enjoyed working with them. Great. God, I wish I had my pen. Great results. Okay? So, perfect. He gets great results. He is now a specialist in a niche. He paid his dues working in other niches, and now he's a specialist. All right? Now, after we get past this journey point, although there is... Oh, my God. I can't control my hand. Although there is like, we don't want to skip kind of this journey where it's like, he's got to go through his bumps in the road, bump, 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 and now he's kind of like cruising, right? This is where we see him now or here, but nobody saw him when he was grinding it out. All right. And that actually leads me, I'll talk about an important mindset point here too, because it plays a role in this. And so then you say, okay, cool. So how does he get to 150,000 a month? Okay. How does he get to this? If he's only like, if you want to listen to the industry, let's sell them SaaS, right? Yeah, we want to sell SaaS. Yeah, SaaS your ass. Just kidding. I should make that like my motto. Now imagine he was selling to these chiros, $197 offer, which was go high level. Do you think that they would ever in a million years, he could keep retention high? Hell no. They are working all day long. Their office staff is answering phone calls, making sure they're HIPAA compliant, making sure that they're calling their patients. And then in the middle, they're still trying to where do we get patients? And then they're like, well, I bought this software and it's supposed to give me patients. No, it's not. It's not supposed to give you patients. Okay. The software does nothing without you. Nothing. So instead, what does he do? Okay. He uses his own system that gets results. This is his unique mechanism. What is his system? Now, I want you to know that I know what his system is not because he told me, just because I know where he learned it from. And essentially, you have lead gen, okay? You have lead generation. Guys, what is lead generation? Lead generation is Facebook ads, or meta ads, whatever you want to call it. Lead gen is, let's just call it Facebook. I'm telling you right now, this pen is going to make me dizzy. Facebook, YouTube, and I'm almost positive he's probably doing TikTok. So this is his lead gen, okay? So his first offer is, okay, or part of his offer is lead gen. We'll call that lead gen. Then he has database reactivation. Database, let's just call it DBR. Database reactivation. Best thing to do. I believe he doesn't call it that, because why would you tell a chiropractor we could do database reactivation? It's probably like a referral program. Okay, sounds a lot better. A referral program. Hey, why not offer your past clients a monetary value or a free adjustment or something to refer new patients to them, okay? That would be one way we can reactivate his database, is ask for referrals and then give them something in return for that. Okay, so we have one. In addition to the database reactivation is let's throw an offer to past patients. This could be any offer that chiropractors want to give, which is like, I don't know, buy 10 adjustments for 30% off. Like it's not like rocket science, right? So we create the offer with our client, and then we use his database to pitch the offer, ask for referrals. Tell them that you get an additional 20% off of this new offer if you refer us to, refer a patient to us. Okay. My landscaper, after I told him he's an idiot because he still only accepts checks in Venmo, and he is like my age and he's so out of tune in the online world. I told him, yo, offer free weeks. Like every referral gets a free 2 weeks cut. And now in the beginning of every season, that's what he offers because he was a client of mine for a while. And so that's what he does now. So every spring and fall, he says he'll give 10%, 20% off fall cleanup, spring cleanup if they refer, or he'll give 2 weeks of a free cut if you refer somebody to them. Okay, easy, like easy stuff. And then I wrote this down. Reviews help their Google business profile and also get them more reviews. And by the way, so this is 1, 2, 3 services. And the cool thing is that if you need a list you need a list to do this, and then you could use the same list to do this. So why not do them both? Okay. We want to ask past patients for a review, and then we also want to reactivate their past patients, whether through a referral program, a new offer, or both. Okay, and then so we got lead gen, reactivation, review, and referrals. So this is his full one-stop shop for everything that they need. Like, what else would a chiropractor need? And I'm sorry for this disaster. My iPad in my pen is not charging. Okay, so really nothing else. Okay, we're not going to help with branding and all that stuff because in order for them to brand, they got to hook up to mics and crack people's back. People love to watch it. Let's just get them money now. Okay, so that is essentially what he does because I kind of just know what he does. All right. Now, the next thing is the importance is pricing, okay? This is what people get hung up on all the time. Now, why do they get hung up on this? Well, you know what the problem is? I have a trackpad, and it would be a lot easier with like an actual mouse pad. All right. So I asked them on that case study video, and he says he has 100. I'm sorry. Well, here he does 150,000 a month divided by 100 clients. We already know it's 1,500. So his average client value is 1,500 per month. Per month, not 197. Because let's take 150,000 divided by 197. You would need to have 700. So this is 100 clients. Hold on. Where's my eraser? Okay. This is 100 clients. And in order to make, so that's 150K equals 150K. And, oh God, here you would need 761 clients. I want you to, and I'm sorry that I hammer home on this, but it's stupid. It's just so stupid. I get so annoyed with this new shiny thing. This sale of this is no different. No, actually, I'm going to say is no different than this, but I'm actually going to lie to you. The sale of this is better for your client because they get everything. They do nothing. They get the results. This, selling them some sort of software with one little tiny solution, okay, and never, ever, ever offering a full solution is doing them an injustice. And it's a fact. Too many people want 761 clients at 197 because they never really thought about it, rather than 100 clients at 1,500 where you're actually like a doctor. You're like, and this is why his retention is so high. And this is why it's so easy. I see people on YouTube all the time like, oh, offer a local business, services they can afford. Well, if they can't afford $1,500, okay, and obviously it depends on the niche, but for a chiropractor, then that chiropractor is in some major trouble. And if this is a stretch for them, out of the 1,500, they should be getting back at least 5x. If you do even 2x, even if they pay you 1,500 in the beginning, right? And you get them 3,000 back, why would they ever cancel you? Now, compare that to 197 or 297 where, you kind of just don't, you kind of give them a software and say, hey, this is cool. You could like run and text message. And then they're like, well, yeah, do I have to change my phone number? It's like, well, actually kind of do if you want to use the software because it's not going to track anything. And then it's like, well, I don't really want to change my phone number. It's like, oh, yeah, but I can't then really measure results. And it's like, I don't get it here. I don't get this. Now, let me throw a caveat your way because I like to not confuse people, but come full circle. The only time you should be charging $197 is for a service, a simple service, where the business owner has to do literally nothing. And that service, right, let's just say review management. I don't know, because it literally will take you an hour a month. So if it's review management, rep management, okay, but the sole purpose of this is to upsell them into 197. Then you want to do like, let's say some lead gen, 997, right? Then you want to do some reactivation, another 297. Then maybe some SEO, another 500. Reviews. So you got blah, blah, blah. Then you say, oh, just give me $1,500 a month. We'll call it even, right? That's how you package it, where they save money, they get everything, one-stop shop, they get results, and they don't want to cancel anything. Okay? All right. Because the sale is really, the cool thing is this is really the hard sale, because this is, you have to get them to say yes first. These other upsells are easy. You've already built a relationship. They know, like, and trust you. You did good here. And now you just upsell them and then get them into a package, okay? All right. Now, one thing that I do want to point out before I get to questions, and by the way, this is how he runs his business. How do I know that? Well, number one, it's exactly how we teach it. And number two, I went on his website. I'm not going to tell you what his website is. And I looked at his system and what he does. I went on to his chiropractic website. Okay. One thing that I do, because I love this, I'm going to end with kind of like a mindset thing. No, that's not right. Hold on. I learned this from Sam Ovens, and we do mention this sometimes in our coaching program, but probably not enough. By the way, if anybody doesn't know who Sam Ovens is, he was like, well, he owns School. Okay, but I learned lumpy email, actually. I'll tell you two things I learned from Sam. Lumpy email. Okay, this is where you put a pack. It actually worked. Stamps, wax stamps to send out sales letters. We did that. Worked. I don't want to say it worked great. It was a lot of grind, but landed a few clients from that. And what he's really known for is the script that I still use today. We use it on the phone for our coaching program, our mentorship program, and our client, like agency clients. Our whole coaching program uses it. That I actually paid originally for his consulting blueprint, I think it was called, only for the sales script. And he got it from somebody else, probably. Like, it's all regurgitated information. Okay? People pay for regurgitated information when it's when it's presented correctly. All right. So I actually think this is important. I'll spend 3 minutes on this. It's a little bit of a mindset thing. I'll get to questions. That's not supposed to be curved, by the way. Because this is where everybody fails. And the way he explained this, I don't know what book he got it from, probably some book, is 100% correct, okay? So if we call this time, we call this memory, and we call this results, all right? It's very, okay, so, and then let's say there are people, let's pick a light blue. This is you, entrepreneur, and one day you'll be here. Okay? So you will go from here to here because this is time. And essentially, these bars represent actions that you take in the memory that you have of those actions. So let's say today I put a ton of this is time. I'm kind of messing this up, but this is your memory, how much you remember of what you did in a day. Okay, so today, of course, the day of, I'm going to remember all the actions that I took. Tomorrow, I'll remember a little bit of those actions, a little bit. And then as time goes on, you kind of forget all the things you did a year ago. And then the results start to come in and you're like, oh man, I'm making this, I'm making that. I'm getting all these results. And by the time you get here, okay, you think that the reason why you are here is because the last 3 months you worked, or the last week you worked your ass off. But the reality is that you've planted those seeds that you just don't remember all the stuff that you did here. Even though all of this stuff contributed to the success that you finally got here. And this is the problem with entrepreneurship, is that every single thing, every video you watch, every minute you spend on YouTube, every course you buy, every action you take, and this is not for everybody, because we can say that most people don't do anything, but people that actually work and receive a certain reward or a goal or a dream of theirs, okay? They will remember back about all the decisions and actions and late nights and struggles and no's that they got and how many dials they made and cold emails they sent. But it was a distant memory. And so the actions are never remembered. And the problem with 99% of people, and if there's 100 people that will watch this video, 99 of you will just basically, let me find the best color. No, I don't want that. I want my pen. Well, basically just quit here. You'll quit here because you got no results, you got no feedback, you got nothing out of all the work you did the day before. And you're like, this shit don't work. That's, by the way, it's every human on the planet. There's a small percentage of people that are able to understand this and say, look, and I used to tell myself all the time, like when I would go to bed at 2:00 in the morning, I had no money and I was in $50,000 in credit card debt, and I was making stupid decisions and I had a kid on the way and I just didn't know what to do with myself. I knew that every day, every hour, every minute that I put into this would eventually lead to where I am today. Now, I am nowhere near where, if you asked me 10 years ago, like where I wanted to be. I'm nowhere near that. But I am way farther than if I never took all of these actions and risks and coaching programs and mentors and masterminds, things like that. We had Jordan Belfort speak at one of our events. I joined mastermind after mastermind after mastermind when people were telling me how stupid I was to spending all these monies, but all that money. But the reality is like the traveling and the 40 trips that I took in 2018 and the 50 trips that I took in 2019, it all led to great things of where I am today, right? Not the best things. Nobody has a perfect life. I have my own problems, and I made stupid real estate decision that I sold something when I shouldn't have sold it. It would have been worth double what it is today. So anyway, you make these decisions, but everything you do today is a seed that you can't see yet that will be planted today that will grow in the future. That is one ugly graph right there. Okay, cool. So anyway, let me answer if anybody's even watching. I doubt anybody's even watching. But how do I look at things here? Oh. Kevin Buscemi, what's up, man? All right, cool. So I'm back with my back doing my rant, or finished with my rant. And does anybody have any questions, or I'm just going to jump off this 32-minute video, and hopefully people that watch the replay will get something out of it. So there was a way that I could see it live. Let me share my screen. There we go. Okay. Here it is. Kevin, you missed me, but where did I go? I didn't go anywhere. I went nowhere. Been here the whole time. Oh, that's what it was. I can go on YouTube and see it live. All right, here we go. What are the basic workflows you recommend implementing for my first few clients? The reputation management, review management, easy, and message marketing, which could be considered database reactivation. That would be the first two easy workflows that you could get. Very easy. Very, very easy. What else you guys got? Any other questions? If not, if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to drop your questions in the comments down below, and I will answer them like I always do. Try to get to them. I don't get too many comments on my channel, so it's pretty simple for me to at least every couple of days go in there and answer 20, 30, 40 comments. All right. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Peace out. I got no other questions. Bye.